Yo, what is going on, people? Welcome to Throwdown, episode 351. I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and tonight I'm joined by Emilio Lopez,
Sup, people? How's it going?
Chris Seeley,
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Carlos Romero,
Yo, yo, yo.
Brett Murdoch,
Long time.
and Brian Manjoma.
What up, what up, what up?
All right, Chris, Brian, good to see you guys. It's been a little bit of a while, especially you, Brian. You've been MIA.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Brett's been a while, but we saw him earlier, so.
Yeah. Brett came back. He made his glorious return earlier today. We're very happy to have him. So we almost got everybody back. We don't know what happened to Adam. Usually he tells me if he's not going to be on, but something happened.
I mean, it was like, it was the middle of the workday. That's the excuse. He's
Yeah, I'm
probably
talking about
working.
now. I'm talking about for now.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
why
now I don't know.
I couldn't join you earlier because I was working, but I was watching the thing on the side, so I missed some
Nice.
stuff, and then some stuff I saw, like, I saw that Spider-Man shit. I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, hold
You're
on,
like, wait, hold on.
hold
Pause
on,
everything.
everybody stop, everybody.
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah. I could imagine what's going on. It's like Olivia was crying. It's like, oh, it's Spider-Man. Then she shut up. Let you watch it.
Honey, in all fairness, Spider-Man came first.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know Peter longer. Good stuff. So yeah, people. Yo, we only got one thing, and one thing we're gonna talk about tonight: the PlayStation Showcase. If you guys saw our earlier live stream, we're very excited. Except for Brian, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be hating, so he's gonna nicely balance us out. Man. Yo, Brian, man, how you been, bro? You good?
I'm good. Are you guys good?
I'm fantastic, man. I'm great.
I was gonna say, Brian is like the chosen one. He will bring balance to the force.
Yeah, Manny. It's a good segue, by the way. Mini segue. So we're gonna run down everything. Listen, I'm actually reading these from PlayStation, so if I miss anything, blame PlayStation. They messed up on their blog, and we will be giving you some footage here. Carlos asked me, like, are we getting a flag? I'm like, dude, we don't make any fucking money off YouTube anyway. Show it, Who cares? All right, so the first thing they showed was Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. Big surprise there. Because
Thank
this
you.
was.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you know what, bro? You could start us off, man, because you're the big KOTOR guy around here. Carlos, can we get that any bigger?
Yeah. One second.
All right, Brett, regale us. Whatever you want to say about KOTOR, man. Go for it.
I mean, dude, it was kind of the thing that gave BioWare the chops to keep going and do, Dragon's Age, and yes, I know Dragon's Age. And
That's the right way.
Don't forget about
Mass
Jade
Effect.
Empire.
Yeah, like it was really kind of a formative thing for them. And I'll be honest, it was a little hitchy. It was not even the best game when it came out, but it gave you a bunch of choices that let you just kind of freely explore worlds. So it's going to seem dated even when it comes out, but I mean, the nostalgia is real on that game, and it still fucking holds up. It's one of BioWare's best works and one of Star Wars' best stories.
Yeah, no,
So
I'm hyped,
it's
man.
just dope all around.
I'm so hyped for this. Since we're doing a little bit of a history lesson, and Brett, you could correct me if I'm wrong here. So BioWare kind of first came on the scene with Baldur's Gate, right? With those two games, the first two? Or the first one. Okay, so that's how they got their chops. So among like the nerd community, like, oh, these guys are dope. But then they took that expertise and obviously they gained mainstream, recognition because of KOTOR. Even I heard of that shit. I always wanted to play this game, but I never owned an Xbox. I do have it, but it's just difficult to play an Xbox right now. With my new setup. So I'm like, this is going to be a perfect way for me to experience it because like I just heard nothing but good things. Legendary game. And obviously we didn't get any footage, which is disappointing. But just the fact this exists, it's pretty fucking awesome. Anybody else here played the original KOTOR and want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, I played it when... Oh, go ahead.
No. You go.
Yo, how do you set it on a loop, by the way?
Right-click the screen and then press... you should see...
It's a loop. It's a death loop. We're going to talk about that
Man,
later.
order?
Unfortunately, right, Carlos? I know you don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, we've seen it in every show, but yeah, KOTOR. I played this game when I was a kid. I just remember I liked the story. I don't remember what the hell happened in this thing, but I liked it. And it's the predecessor to Mass Effect because a lot of the whole decision making and stuff. That's all KOTOR did it first, and it was the same studio. I'm excited because I want to replay. Kind of like, you know, I was with Final Fantasy VII last year. Final Fantasy VII, you know, was a game that, you know, I played back in the day, but I was like 9, and I didn't really remember what the hell happened, except for like the big parts. And this one I remember less. So it's kind of like I'm playing it for the first time, and it's a remake, and it's a different studio. It's not BioWare. It's
Asper.
Is that Asper?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting, not Blue Point. So
Yeah, that Blue Point, right? But yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, Manny, what were you gonna say about the KOTOR? I don't think you played it either, did you?
No, I never really had that much interest in these sort of. I mean, to be honest, I've never really played any Star Wars because most Star Wars games in general kind of blew.
Yeah.
You know?
Remember, Manny? Didn't you buy Terrace Kasi? That was bad too, man.
Yeah,
Like,
but I mean,
we were both because we were both hyped for it. It's like a Star Wars fighting game. Let's go. This was the height of the fighting game thing. So yeah, I remember when you bought it for day one. We were hyped. Started playing. We're like, what is this?
Yeah, it wasn't very good. I mean, I got my money's worth out of it, but no, I mean, in general, I mean, I can't, like, with the exception of the Republican Commando, the
Republican Commando. Some GTA. That's a hint for later, by the way.
The Republic Commander, you know, like that was probably the best one I've seen. But otherwise, most of those games I never really cared for. Like, so Knights of the Old Republic, I was like, you know, I hear it's good, but I'm not that interested.
You also didn't have an Xbox.
Yeah, and that's also that I didn't have an Xbox.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to
I
Gamer.
Kind of did. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, go ahead, Carlos.
Shout out to Gamer GK3 for subscribing.
Yeah, through Prime. With Prime.
Through
Good
Prime.
stuff. Prime.
Also,
Right.
also worth noticing, BioWare also worked on The Old Republic, which is an MMO Star Wars game.
Yeah.
That had like probably one of the best trailers I've ever seen.
Yeah, that trailer was crazy.
So yeah, it'll be interesting if how they do this.
Anybody else KOTORs?
I never played the original one, but I'll look forward to seeing it. I guess as long I don't know the original story. I guess as long as they don't decide to modernize it.
Yeah, we don't want that. Yeah.
I was asking the question because at the time I think David Hayter is the voice of the male Jedi in that game. I wonder if they're going to get him back or they're just going to reuse whatever
they're going to get. Not Nolan North. They're going to get what's his face.
Troy Baker.
Troy Baker. They're going to get. Yeah, they're going to get Troy Baker. They're going to get Troy Baker
because he replaces everybody.
You know. Again, I don't know if you guys have any like things you want to see. Chris already said something he doesn't want to see, which I agree. I don't do a modern retake of the story. Just leave it the same. You know, don't fuck around with the dialogue or anything. You know, to make it more. There was a game that came out recently, and they were like, "We want to make it more suitable for modern audiences." Don't do that. You know, we don't want that.
I think it was it Diablo or some other one of those sorts of top-down games that got a script rewrite.
I know Baldur's Gate 2 had a script rewrite.
Yeah,
people were
that
not
was
happy about that. People were not happy about that. You know, so hopefully you don't do any of that silliness here. You know, but yeah, good stuff. All right. After that, Carlos, next one, please. Wait here. This one, very exciting game. Not that one.
You got to let me know before because
Project Eve,
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah, this PlayStation thing, they messed up.
I got you, bro. All right, so I'll announce it beforehand. So we're gonna talk about Project Eve, a game that kind of came out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was like, yo, this is hype as fuck. It's basically like Korea's answer to, Nier Automata, as Manny said. You know, it looks fucking great. You know, like right off the bat, this is crazy. Look at this. So, would you guys think of? Actually, Chris, I'll go with you. Chris, you get a chance to see this?
No, I didn't. When I first tuned in, they were showing Forspoken.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's where I started. I didn't see before
okay.
that.
I got you. But yeah, like I said, for me, this was a big surprise. Looks really cool. Definitely my type of game. Looks like a action adventure game, which is what I love. And then there's crazy monsters going on.
Sort of feels like a Platinum game a little bit.
Kind of does, yeah. Yo, she just threw her right into space and she's still alive. You know she's got to be a robot or something.
Yeah,
she's hitting the stuff. So yeah.
This looks like Bayonetta mixed with Devil May Cry 5 with Nier Automata. It just looks like an amalgamation of like a lot of different types of these games.
It's funny because most of those games that you listed were all made by the same people.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It looks good. I mean, I don't know, I don't know what to like kind of expect other than because it just looks nice to me.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, again, like I mean, this is all gameplay right here, which is great. It seems like they have a lot of different levels going on, a lot of different environments, cool enemy design. Looks fantastic. I wish we would have gotten even a release window for this. We didn't get nothing, But yeah,
Man, is this in game?
All right, what about the rest of you guys? What do you think?
It looks pretty good. Again, it's like it has all the hallmarks of a Brian game, but
Yes.
I don't know. I'm just not hooked. I don't know why.
You think
I
you
think
need
when I
to see more?
seen like the health bar at the left hand side, and I thought I seen like some stamina management. So I was like, I don't know about that. I'm just tired of games with stamina management because I think that's just annoying, personally speaking.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. I don't like stamina management.
I agree also.
But again, it looks good. Looks very flashy. Like they definitely put lots of effort in there, and yeah. Again, I'll just wait and see. I guess with this one.
Yeah. All right.
Yo, with this game and the Pokemon game, the Pokemon looking game, Korea, man,
Korea's doing their
stepping their
thing.
game up.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, this looks great. Even that Pokemon game looks good too. It's like, wait, what? How come Nintendo's not doing that?
Exactly.
Yeah, but look at this.
Look at
This is crazy. Yeah, that's definitely some Bayonetta stuff going on there. Just crazy. Good stuff. All right. Anybody else? Brett, any thoughts on? Oh, you said this game looked too shiny to you, right? I'm waiting for him to say something. Oh wait, I think he said he was. Oh, there he is.
I don't know how to say it correctly. It's not that it looks too shiny. It looks very Korean.
Glossy.
Very Korean.
Very
Basically,
okay. I don't know what that means.
It's a lot of Korean games are like they're a lot of show, not a whole lot of substance. It's pretty prevalent kind of thing in the MMO world. So I mean, like Black Desert, like that kind of thing. Looks fantastic, but sometimes looking fantastic is really all that it does. And I'm not thinking it's going to go that way. I'm just mildly concerned that it could.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Because it could just be a bunch of flashy shit, but nothing there. But definitely looks nice. All right, let's move on to Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. This is the first time we saw like actual real gameplay, I believe. And the main thing that got my attention was the baby metal. There's blasting baby metal all over the place.
Yo, man, they sold you with that baby metal.
So yeah, what do you guys think about this one? Any Borderlands
This game
fans
surprised
here?
me. I mean, I played Borderlands 2. I didn't play the other one, 3. But yeah, I wasn't really looking forward to this game because it was announced originally on the Jeff Keighley show on the Summer Games Fest. It was the first game announced, and I'm like, oh, okay, it was just a Borderlands spinoff. But looking at it, looking at this gameplay, I'm like, oh, this looks pretty good. I mean, I'm way more intrigued right now than I was before.
Yeah, I agree.
It just, the art style, it just looks great, and the baby metal helps.
Yeah, no, they said of metal and magic. I'm like, I think I may have to keep an eye on this one. But it still seems to be retaining its like first person shooting roots. Because I wasn't sure what kind of gameplay they were going to go with for this one, but yeah, it seems to be still a first person loot based shooter. But ironically, it's funny because like Borderlands is technically a looter shooter, but it's not considered a looter shooter. I guess because it doesn't have the MMO aspirations of like Destiny and Division, maybe that's why. But it's a shooter where you grab a shit ton of loot, I like how this one has you can loot and loot, LOOT and LUTE, So good stuff.
There aren't enough games that have looting in them.
This is very true. That was a very shiny unicorn, by the way. All right, good stuff. All right, anybody have any thoughts? I don't really have too much to say about it. It looks cool. I'll keep an eye on it because I'm still not sure because I never played Borderlands, so I don't know if those games are good or not. But the baby metal, and that kind of legit got my attention. I'm like, are they gonna have more metal? You know?
And these dudes, look, it says March 25th. They're throwing their hat in the ring along with pretty much every other fucking game that's been announced.
February and March is going to be crazy next year. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. If nobody has anything to say, we'll move on to Forspoken, which I learned one of the writers is Amy Hennig. Very excited about that.
That explains why she was talking to herself every second.
Yeah. We all agree. It's like your homegirl talks too much, you know. But the game looks crazy. It's running on the Luminous engine, and I guess this trailer we were talking all over, so we didn't see any. We paid attention to the story, but it looks nice, man. You know, it looks really, really good. They definitely show more combat. Looks tight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they got a cat right now. Gotta have a cat. You know.
I will say this. I really didn't like and it's just me. You know how I am when it comes to voice acting.
Yeah.
I just wasn't a fan of the main character's voice acting.
She needs to be British.
Yeah, maybe
British.
Maybe if she was British, it'll help. But yeah, it kind of irked me. You know, what's that other game that it's not Octopath Traveler.
Yeah.
Like I had a big issue with the voice acting that I didn't want to play that. It made me not want to play that game.
Wow.
And I kind of getting these same vibes here, but I mean, this game looks. Other than that, the game looks pretty good.
Yeah, no, I'm already sold. This is crazy right now, you know. But I do agree. It's like your homegirl talks too much. It's like, yo, chill. Hopefully, it's just like it just feels that way just because it's condensed in the trailer.
Yeah,
you know?
They just sort of put a bunch of shots together and just so happen to be the ones.
Look at that! Look, that's crazy right now, man. The rib cage in the world. Nuts.
She looks like she just got sucked into hysteria. Isn't that the name of that place in Final Fantasy? The bro Final Fantasy.
I thought that was Monster Hunter. Is it Monster Hunter?
Astera, yeah.
Oh, Astera. Okay. What's the name of the one in the latest the bro Final Fantasy?
Oh,
Whatever
Final Fantasy 15. I don't know the name of that world. Look at this.
It's probably good.
Yeah.
You mean you call yourself a Final Fantasy fan?
I don't know the names of these fucking places. You know. Go ahead, man.
I find it funny how we all have different issues with the same thing. It's like one of us says that, oh, she talks too much. One saying that voice acting is a bit. I think the dialogue is just naff. Whoever wrote the dialogue, I don't know if they've ever talked to people, but dear lord, or maybe it's someone who's 12, because that's how kids.
Okay, I said the same thing to Kristen after I watched this. I'm like, what? I said what did an 8-year-old write this? She swears every second. Yeah, it's just she's not an endearing character, so I was put off by that immediately.
Here's the thing that I absolutely hate, which is oh yeah, did I just move that with my freaking mind? It's no one talks like that. No one does that unless you're 12 who doesn't have any idea about that type of stuff. So it feels very new Marvel, let's say. I think that's the term I'm looking for.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. Did I just move that with my mind? Yeah, you're right. They would say that in a new Marvel movie.
It's no one says that. They just move it again. It's yeah, I can do that now. Where's the confidence? Where's the bravado in there?
Now we can't have that anymore.
Well, it's I think it's something. It's not just that. It's just it feels. Obviously, they're doing the whole what's that genre in anime where you go from you're in the real world and then they just jump you into a game world.
Isekai?
Yeah, it's an isekai, where they jump you from one world to the other, and it's you're speaking like a person from the quote unquote real world, and you're supposed to be completely different from the world you're in, but it just feels like the dichotomy between the way she talks and it just sounds, it doesn't fit the world, and obviously that I guess that's the point, but it just does. That's not something that's appealing to me.
You know what's funny? I didn't realize anime had a name for portal fantasy. That's what this is. Portal fantasy is basically when somebody from the real world goes into a fantasy land, oh my god, what's the name of the movie? The thing with Aslan the lion. The
Lion the Witch and
yeah.
Wardrobe.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's like classic Portal fantasy. You know, I just didn't realize anime had a name for the same basic thing. You know,
They got a name.
literally
for
they got a
everything,
portal right there, and she's going to the fantasy world. You know, Harry Potter's also kind of he's gonna go through a portal, obviously, but it's still the same thing. The normal kid in the regular world goes into some fantasy world. Yeah, it's the same basic thing.
Pretty much the same.
It's funny, but with like Harry, they don't. It's sort of weird about the real world because it seems a little bit almost outdated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It seems like it's like the 1950s in the rest of Harry Potter world, or like like some other time. It's a weird sort of stuff.
But yeah, it's one of those type of deals. But I don't disagree with anything that's being said about the dialogue and all that other stuff. But
You Richard Bailey Jr.
yeah, I'm going to say
controversial?
I'm going to say something controversial right now. Actually, no, I'm not.
Oh.
No, I'm not going to say nothing controversial.
Oh no, I wasn't referring to. I was like, you're agreeing with what everyone's saying.
Yeah. But the graphics though, bro. The graphics. Are you kidding me right now? You know, and the gameplay looks really fucking good too. You know.
This is what I said during the stream. This game looks fire. It looks like it's other than the like the cinematic kind of animations and the dialogue. It looks kind of janky. I don't know if it's the face capture or whatever they're doing. But I'll just put a Japanese dub in work.
Yeah, there you go.
If they let you put the Japanese dub.
Yeah, because I don't think this is a Japanese produced game.
Yeah, it is. It's Luminous.
Just because it's Square Enix doesn't mean it's Japanese produced.
It's a Luminous game, dude. It's made by their Luminous studio.
Yeah, you don't think they lent it to like a Western?
No, they're not doing that.
That's
If anything, they're gonna. If it's gonna be another studio within Square, it's gonna be them using fucking Unreal, like the Final Fantasy team.
Yeah, that's true. Very interesting.
Luminous is notoriously difficult to develop for. It's part of the reason why they didn't use it to develop the new Final Fantasy game, or any of the other titles that Square put out.
Yeah, they're not let those filthy Westerners have their hands on it.
No, it's most likely because it's not. They're probably just within their team. They know how to use it, but outside, it's like this is like Klingon. What is this garbage?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. All right, move on to the next thing, which is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extraction. We already saw this.
First game.
Yeah.
I was excited. I was like, yo, Adam, we jumped back to New York.
Yeah.
Gonna fight the alien zombie. I don't know what they are.
In the stream, I said that this is the game that makes Tom Clancy roll in his grave. Because it's literally everything that is against what Tom.
Oh
Clancy
yeah,
wrote.
no, he was all about realism, like terrorists and like grounded stuff.
Mhm.
Like this is totally on his grave. I still want to play it, but I understand that because he would not approve of this stuff.
Yeah, he would not. He if he was alive, he'd be like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
He's like, I don't write sci-fi.
Yeah.
You do now, buddy. You signed your name over.
I don't really have anything to say about this. I don't care. Like Chris, I'm like, yo, we got Back for Blood, man. We're good.
That's true. We do have that, but I kind of like the idea of extracting people out of some kind of alien war zone or whatever is the hell is happening in New York in that game.
Oh, so it is New York then.
Yeah, because you see the Statue of Liberty at the beginning of the trailer, and it's all crumbled with that alien shit coming out of it.
Reminds me of Prototype, man. Remember that gunk all over her too.
Are you have to kill off Alex Mercer now?
Oh God, it's funny how we remember that guy's name,
Because it's actually a really good name.
Yeah, Alex Mercer and Aiden Pierce. We can't get those names out of our heads.
Can't get them out of our heads, but they're literally the worst characters that have ever been created.
Yeah,
in
they're
games.
pretty bad.
This game has Throwdown game night vibes though.
It kind of does. It kind of does.
No, I hear the dir's coming.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean it's with the Division with Back for Blood, it's kind of something this is kind of something in between.
Watch us end up playing this. Watch, that's how
Adam
it always happens.
Motivated for this.
Yo, I got codes.
I got them. You gotta play.
All right. Okay. Moving on here to this was a nice surprise. Alan Wake. Now here's the thing about Alan Wake Remaster. It was already kind of announced earlier this week, but it's coming to PlayStation.
Well, that was also announced then too.
Yeah.
So like when Sam Lake announced it, it's actually kind of an interesting way he did it. he did it initially on the Alan Wake fan site. And he's like, you guys have supported us from the beginning with Alan Wake and all this stuff. He's like, so, when we wanted to give back to the community, so we're going to make our announcement here on the forums.
Wow.
So that's what he did.
That's cool.
I think he had some store. It was really cool because they supported them from the beginning. But yeah, funny thing about Alan Wake though is that this game was one of the games that was supposed to come out for PlayStation 3, but last minute this is one of those console exclusives, and Microsoft jumped in and pulled it in. So yeah.
For me, I've always wanted to play Alan Wake, but I didn't own an Xbox 360. But now I'll get my chance. It's like a KOTOR situation. I never had an Xbox, so now I'll get my chance to play. But this one is not a remake. This is a remaster, so it's still the core game in there. It's not anything new.
It's the core game. Most of the thing that he went into detail as to what it is. He's like, it's upped textures, better textures, and then they also replaced all the CG models in the game. So they made new models for Alan Wake and all of those characters. So it should look better. It looked pretty good so far. Yeah,
no, it looks good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that game, and then I'll play the Alan Wake DLC and Control.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't give away too much of what happens in Alan Wake, but
it's more like because I want to have the context, that a fan of Alan Wake would. I'm going to assume this is going to have all the DLCs as well.
I was about to say the same thing. Yeah, I'm assuming the same thing.
Yeah, the American Nightmare and all that stuff. It's funny. I remember Chris's wife playing that game years ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she loves Alan Wake.
That's
Alan
crazy.
Wake's great. Yeah, I enjoyed it when I played it. Maybe I'll give it another shot when I played when it comes out. Just to relive it.
I'm already there.
For the people that like Control, this is a lot of Control for vibes. Obviously
that's
Remedy.
the thing. Yeah, because I liked Control and I like Quantum Break.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna assume I'm gonna like this one too. Okay, I'm gonna take a little pause here because I want to address something GZDR said. But it's unrelated to anything.
Okay.
There's something just Throwdown has to maybe look into. He goes, I have 45,000 channel points, and the only thing being offered is an emote of Torrance's bald head. I kind of don't know what he means by that.
Oh yeah, we have emotes available to channel subscribers. So what we got is
I'm talking about he has 45,000. Okay, so he has 45,000 points. What else could he spend it on? What could we offer him? What else?
Well, I mean, we have to make more stuff. That's how it works.
But what do you mean by more stuff?
We have to make more emotes and things.
But we only allowed 3. That's
okay. Well, that's
so you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know if there's a difference between because those are for subscribers. If I remember, tier 1 or tier 2 subscribers. I think the rewards there's the challenges.
The channel points are like for watching our channel, you just see that little thing that gets there on the bottom. So we have what we have there is we have 2. We have like a Bowsery looking one, and then we have the Torrance Davis one. And I guess you can add silly things to the Torrance Davis thing, like put glasses and stuff on them. And
we had Barry Bird just put glasses on Torrance right now.
Yeah, there you go.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, so you can do that. You can get one of those emotes and modify it, and you can highlight your messages. But I wonder if there's more things to do. Like we're not the biggest Twitch aficionados.
We don't know what the fuck we're doing. Let's just be real.
Yeah, we're just talking.
We're just
talking. About it is that
talking.
also we also have to have more numbers in order to be able to offer more things.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like 3 emotes is literally all we are allowed to do. Unfortunately. But I don't know.
Give us ideas if there's something that you
please put us on. Please put us on. Again, we're just here talking. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. We're not professional Twitch streamers. By the way, it's a topic for a whole other day, man. I gotta say something about that eventually.
Oh,
even though I've already said it, about streamers and all that. Basically, I'm like, imagine. I'm trying to rush on. I'm just like, imagine putting all that hard work into being a streamer. You kind of get somewhere, and then the platform changes the rules, and you get fucked. I'm like, yo, that's unstable as hell, man. So I give respect to anybody who really does this shit or tries to do it for a living, because like literally the foundation can just be like, they could just pull the rug out from under you. You're done, you know?
Pretty much like what they do with YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. I'm not just speaking about Twitch specifically. It's like all these platforms are like that. Anyway,
we're gonna have to move our platform from OnlyFans for a minute.
Yeah, right.
Revert it back though, so we're good.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get Adam twerking or something, you know? Yo, you saw that video of that white girl, man? Oh my god, that was ridiculous. She was rapping like, I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? You know, sounded like a 28K modem or something. You know, ridiculous. Anyway,
there's a lot of videos of white girls. So
yeah, I'm talking about that. The one I posted the other day. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Watch it become a hit. Watch it become a hit. You know,
if it isn't already.
The thing is, music nowadays is so bad. I couldn't tell if that was an actual real song or just a parody. You know. Anyway, let's move on to the next game, which is Brian. Where you at, Brian? You already know what we're going to talk about, man.
It came back when I came back.
It came back when you came back. GTA 5 is coming on March 2022, as every other game is.
Check this out.
Good.
It says Grand Theft. Oh, get the fuck out of here! Grand Theft Auto 5 and internet connection required. Console play requires subscription.
Yeah, probably for GTA Online, right?
It doesn't say.
Oh no, console play. That's for PS Plus, man.
So you need PS Plus to play the game?
Isn't that the way it's always been?
Isn't that like the online, right?
It doesn't specifically say for the online here. It just says Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 and internet connection required.
Yeah.
Console play requires subscription. It doesn't say console online play.
Well, I guess we can test it when it comes out.
Yeah, I guess that's a good catch. I guess we'll have to see. Because I'm gonna just assume that you need to have PS Plus to play GTA Online.
And by the way, shout out to Don Matrick. Always online. He's ahead of the curve.
Yeah, there you go. So Brian, what can we say about GTA 5 that hasn't been said about GTA 5?
I have no idea. You know, it's a game that not many people have played, so it'd be nice to see what they bring in this title.
Yeah, right. Yeah, my thing is like I want to know if they're gonna like. I mean, because it looks good here. Because I remember when we were playing GTA 5 a couple months ago, we were like, "Yo, these graphics look quaint now," you know. So
I remember playing GTA 5 a couple of years ago, Tony.
Yeah.
A PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
No, but I'm talking like Brian, we revisited it like a couple of months ago. And we're like, yo, this game don't look as good as we remember, man.
I'm just imagining Chris. You know, we're getting it for the first time on PS5. Chris is gonna have like some mothership floating, and we're all gonna be joining.
Yeah, it's like, yo, I got the alien mothership. Everybody come for a party.
Yeah, it's like, yo, that's not even available to anybody. It's just for you, man. You know, yeah, because I'm assuming all the shit's gonna transfer over. You know,
transferring.
Yeah, they don't even need to port the online. Like before, with the jump from PS3 to PS4, you had to do some weird shit to get your online character over. But like from PS4 to PS5, like, why would they need to do anything?
Yeah, you don't need to do anything. It's just a graphics upgrade. That's literally it. You know. Yeah, there's not much to say. It's GTA 5. We're already there. Unfortunately.
So yeah, since they fired the guys who created GTA, I guess they're just gonna keep on harping on the old one. Huh?
Oh shit. Well, didn't Hauser leave?
Yeah, Sam Hauser left.
He left.
What about the other Hauser brother? Hauser.
I don't know.
I think he's still there, unless I know. So yeah.
Is for you guys, you know, because most of the panel here are huge GTA fans. Are you guys gonna replay the game again, or is it just for the online?
The single player? No.
Yeah.
No.
I have to see what's going on.
Because I
replayed it. I played on PS3, obviously. Replayed on PS4. I may replay. We'll see what happens. But I'll definitely play online with you guys for sure.
Yeah.
You know?
And by the way, March 2022. That's another Q1 game. They're just piling up.
That's
Gotta
it.
get them, Chris. Like Chris says every year, you gotta get them before the fiscal year.
Yep, that's how it is. All right, man. Move on. Next, we're going to talk about Ghostwire Tokyo. Got a trailer. Saw a lot more gameplay this time around.
Yep.
Looks, to quote Richard Bailey, very interesting. I still don't know what to make of this shit, though. You know?
Yeah.
Like-
This is the type of game that they show the gameplay and you still don't know what the hell this game is about. It's
Yeah.
like,
By the way, Bethesda game.
It is a Bethesda game.
oh, yeah. They're publishing it, right?
Yeah.
I just seen the part where you fight like a headless Japanese schoolgirl. I'm like, yep, I'm sold.
Okay, there you go. Well,
You didn't
Brett,
like- you didn't-
yeah, Brett
you
said
didn't-
this was
you didn't-
Japanese Ghostbusters, so
It's Doctor Strange Ghostbusters.
I
Doctor
think
Strange, yeah.
I agree with that. From what I saw, I didn't even listen to what the guy. There was somebody narrating, and I'm like, yeah, I see you shooting psychic powers at ghosts. I'm sold.
And Slenderman. Slenderman's in there.
There you go.
Slenderman's in the game.
Sold. Kill Slenderman. Okay, I'm good.
Kill the Slenderman. Kill the Kill the Ring Girl.
That's right. This game is catharsis because all those other things you're helpless. This is where you get payback.
Brian, I just saw the headless man doing like a jump kick.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure I got that correct. Headless
it
man
was
doing
like-
a jump kick.
They can't do martial arts. What's wrong with you?
No, I didn't
course
say
they
that. I'm
can.
just making sure I saw it correctly.
I guess the
I've never seen
monsters
that.
can do martial arts.
Yeah. There's a headless
Sure.
girl too, headless schoolgirl, because of course.
That's just terrifying for many reasons. It's like,
Oh,
how
man.
do they know where you are? They have
Yeah.
no ears.
Yeah, they have no ears, they have no eyes, but somehow they know where you are at all times.
They're ghosts. Ghosts.
I'm telling you, man, the Japanese, they have a very special kind of terror, man. you know?
I mean, it all comes from yokai and stuff like that.
Yokai!
Those things, spirits in Japanese culture, they all fuck you over.
Yeah.
There is you can't fix it. You can't fix any of it.
No, but
That's
I'm
why
talking about,
the
it's like, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's it's a very different type of horror, like seeing a Japanese ghost or whatever, very different story than seeing like Jason or something. You know what I'm saying?
In Western culture, the power of of religion is what can exorcise ghosts. In Japanese culture, the yokai and ghosts are part of nature, so they exist just like animals. So you can't stop them.
Yeah.
You just have to sort of avoid them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's no exercising there. She's like, oh, that's like trying to exercise the wind. It's like, no, it's
Yes.
just nature,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, so that's what it sort of is. But this Ghostwire game seems to also have like a tech thing to it too, like somewhat digital or something like that. So are they digital ghosts too?
Digital ghosts.
or-
Oh man,
Yeah, I don't know.
digital devils even. Oh man. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. But doesn't have what's her face on the game anymore though.
Yeah, she had left.
Yeah.
Well, she's like the like an artist of the game. So like I guess most of the art's been done for years.
guess
I'm assuming,
so, yeah.
for this game. So
Yeah.
That headless
She-
schoolgirl really disturbs me, man.
She actually did open a new studio. She does have a game development studio, but I'm not sure what she's working on.
Yeah, the studio's called Yatane.
It should have been called that, but I'm
Yeah.
sure it's something else she likes.
no, it should have been Spooky
It's
Studios.
spooky. Yeah, there you go. All right. Anybody else have any thoughts on the Ghostwire Tokyos?
Looks dope. I'm excited.
Yeah, spring. There you go, Carlos. Another one.
Zoinks!
And
That's
another
what
one.
my thoughts are.
Well, it's like
Shaggy.
game again. Game. What do you call it,
Yeah,
Tony?
Game again.
Gamageddon,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's now the Gamageddon. February and March were
Yeah.
destroyed. Or your wallet's destroyed. Just
Yeah.
throw it out.
Exactly. Yeah,
Oh,
just
you're
burn your
destroyed.
wallet. It's gone. It's gone. Yeah, Gamageddon 2022 is about to hit. All right. Next up, we have Guardians of the Galaxy, a new trailer where we find out that Star-Lord's into metal this time around.
I mean, they sort of got the metal thing going on in the previous one, but like if you notice, like his jacket looks like a metal jacket.
Yeah.
The music that's playing is usually metal, so I'm guessing
I'm with it.
I'm guessing Star-Lord's into 80s metal, which is fine.
Yeah, I wonder if they, because I didn't hear anything recognizable. It would be cool if they get some licensed bands from that age. You give me that shit, I'm already there, man. I mean, I'm already on board as it is, just because of the gameplay. But like, if they have like, I'm talking about like, Motley Crue and Rad and all those other guys, I'm fucking there, man. That'd be great. Wasp, I'm trying to think of the heavier side of those bands, Yeah, basically anything before 1985, you're good. After 86, that's when the glam shit really hits, I like that too.
Yeah, glam stuff is pretty good.
Yeah, I like it too, man. It's still rock,
No, there's still that energy.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this looks, like I said, man, as soon as they said this shit is single player, I'm like, I'm already there. Give me this game. Because when I first saw it, guys, I was like, oh god, here's another Avengers situation. No, There's got the fucking dog,
Yeah, that dog is really well rendered for a dog in a game.
Oh wait, the Russian cosmonaut dog?
Yeah, he's in there. Manny, there's something you always said. This is about animation, but I guess that translates to video games. It's a little animation. Someone always draws the animals really, really well.
Yeah, there's always somebody on staff that really likes drawing animals, and animals are usually always animated really well on cartoons or in animation. So maybe there's that one person on the team who just loves fucking dogs and and animals.
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right, I'm gonna give him Rocket Raccoon and the cosmonaut dog.
Okay, you saw that one scene of like the spaceship doing a barrel roll. If we get that type of shit in the game, man, because we got the combat here looks dope, but if we get space combat too on top of that,
that'd be crazy. Yeah.
It's all Groot,
Is he sliding on the ground like friggin' what's that guy, Vanquish dude?
Yes.
I thought he's sliding on the ground.
So yeah, this game is actually coming this year.
Yeah, it is. I have mine pre-ordered.
Yeah.
Was it me? Oh yes.
Oh, good stuff.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. Oh yes. All right, so good stuff, Guardians of the Galaxy. If any guys, I mean, we already kind of talked about this before, so not really much to say here.
Not an exclusive though. It's for everything. So.
Yeah, exactly. I'm there. I'm excited. All right. Next up, we got Vampire: The Masquerade Blood Hunt.
You know what?
Yeah, what's up?
I gotta say something.
Oh, go ahead.
That game kind of looked janky. I was not feeling that. I'm not feeling it for other reasons, but it looked janky. Yeah. No, Brian, it did. I'm like, something's wrong with this game. Like, it doesn't look right.
I'm gonna say
we're talking about Blood Hunt, right?
No, we're talking. Oh yeah, are we talking about Blood Hunt now?
The Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, it looks janky. It was about Guardians for a second. Hold on, bro.
No. Guardians was fine. No, the Vampire.
Yeah, no. This one. You think it's because of the online aspect that makes it look janky?
No.
I don't know.
I don't think that's it. It's something wrong with it.
Yeah, I felt the same way, Chris. I seen the stuff. I'm like, it just feels off. Like something's not quite right about it. I don't know what.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you guys. I mean, I'm not interested just because it's an online game, but I do agree that something is a little off about it. But I don't really know enough about the game to make an assessment of it. Brett, I want your thoughts since you're a Vampire the Masquerade fan.
I mean, the first game was honestly a little off. It was one of those games that you play on PC that's broken and wonderful at the same time. It has really good things, a little rough to get through, but it really made it worth it. This was one of those games where people went real in depth and kind of really dug through the lore and the different tribes, the different bloodlines.
But I don't think that this game is even going in that direction. This is not the other Vampire the Masquerade game, the one that was supposed to be a big old story one. That game got delayed.
Yeah, that was Vampire the Masquerade 2, actually.
Yeah, so this was the other. This was the other thing that was in development at the same time. I think this might have even been the online mode from that other game.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, I saw a lot of combat. I didn't see a whole lot of they showed the different tribes and everything like that. It's still very unclear to me whether or not there's a lot of story or RPG elements to this, or if it's straight a hack and slash. I genuinely
don't know.
Yeah, we don't know either. That's a good point.
To be honest, it just looks like a mindless hack and slash. Just like you have different, like like a not like hack and slash, but like an online multiplayer game where you sort of just they put you in an arena, which is the city, and you just blow the shit out of each other. Some people can cut, some people can, I don't think there's any story elements to this thing. It's just an arena with vampire skins.
Yeah, this isn't a game that
Yeah, I don't care about
me
this
at
game.
all.
But it is next gen, at least. It has.
I mean,
that
doesn't
going.
look doesn't look next gen.
Yeah, but it is. It doesn't say PS4 there, so. But yeah, I can't get excited about that. The other one, Masquerade 2, looked cool. That looked interesting, but this one, I don't know.
That other one was having some problems.
It was.
They literally had that release, their press release that said that they were out of their depth. And
Yeah,
they're going to have another.
That, yeah.
They're going to have another company work on it. Take over. So literally, it's literally they just threw out whatever the other company did and just developing a new game.
Damn.
Sometimes it's for the best.
Yeah, I wish some other companies would do that.
You know how.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know what I felt about this game is exactly like when we went to E3 and we saw Nosgoth. That's what I felt.
That's
exactly like this. This is what you're giving me.
Yeah.
All right, no.
I got some Nosgoth feels too, man.
That's exactly what I suspect happened. Where the game was just not getting to where it was when they had an online mode, working on it on another studio. So they just said, you know what, let's just drop the main title, and then just focus on the main game. Who's making this, by the way? What company does these new vampire games? It's not the original studio, by the way.
No, it's not. I don't know. I have no idea. By the way, at that E3, I did something very unprofessional.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
You didn't go to what's it called? The chicken and waffles place?
No, we did. But I played Nosgoth. I'm like, I'm not gonna preview this. This is fucking whack. I didn't write about it. I was like, this is stupid. I don't want to write about this. And I did. I forgot what site I was writing for, but I did tell the editor, like, I don't worry about it. And the PR didn't give a fuck either. They didn't hit me up about it,
Yeah, so, because they knew that whatever they were putting out there was just a piecemeal garbage.
Yeah.
Shark Mob?
Shark Mob did that game. So there you go, Manny. Shark Mob.
Whoever they are.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know. All right, man. Let's move on. Carlos's favorite game, Deathloop. Should we just skip this? We don't need to say anything more about that.
This video's unavailable.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we'll skip it. We said enough about Deathloop. Right. Next up, we got Tachia. It's the only indie game.
Indie game in there.
Yeah. So this is I don't know. Does anybody want to say anything about this?
I just skipped the whole thing. I'm like, nope, don't need this in my life. Next.
Should we just skip this?
I mean,
skip it.
It's not much to say about it.
None of us are looking.
It's not a game for us. It's not a game for us.
Yeah.
Let's just give it the respect. It's not a game for us.
There you go. Yeah, it's not a game for us.
It's weird. I was looking at it. I was like, what is this? Animal Crossing: The High School Years? I don't know. The characters look like that, just grown up.
When I first saw this, I thought I was like, is that a dinosaur game?
Dinosaur High.
Yeah.
The Dinosaur High game is not 3D.
No, it's not.
No, that's like a Flash-looking game.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. Skip. Next. Uncharted. Let's go.
I got Uncharted.
All right. Do we really need another version of Uncharted?
Well, here's the interesting thing. Coming to PC.
They already they already said this is not a surprise.
It's not a surprise, but it's still something that hasn't happened before. Understand?
They said it was coming to PC, and that's what caused the fucking fanboys to essentially have a conniption fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess now it's just like realizing.
Now it's real.
Official. Now it's official.
And it's so glorious just seeing that PS5 and PC. It's like, ooh, that must sting for some people just seeing the and PC parts.
Yeah, I'm just surprised, and people mentioned this, but I'm surprised they didn't do like a certain bundle with the Nathan Drake collection.
I have a theory.
1 to 3. Oh.
Nothing controversial. I just think it's probably easier to get this game running, using the new engine to run on a PC than, the older ones. You probably have to put more work into them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, those have already been reworked. They're essentially remastered last gen.
Yeah.
So they run on a PlayStation 4. So they should.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's a good point. You know.
Then again, why would they need? But then again, also they weren't like. Why would you need to remaster them if they've already been remastered on a PlayStation 4?
But
for me, it just would have been cool. It's like the Nathan Drake collection complete or something. It's like every fucking Uncharted game. It just would have been cool. But I mean, this is fine.
Yeah, here's the thing. I want to play this because I want to give Uncharted 4 another chance. I didn't like that game very much when I first played it.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't.
I thought that game. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, to me, the series has just gone downhill ever since. Two is like the Terminator 2 of the franchise. Like, everything after, I don't care about. You know, it's not as good. You know.
They're
but not. By the way, it's not as egregious as the other Terminator movies. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I was about to say
that. It's not on that. But you know what I'm saying? It's just been kind of a downhill slope for me. 3 was okay. 4 was better than 3, but not on the level of 2. But Lost Legacy was fucking dope. That's what I'm excited for. But I do want to give Uncharted another. That's like because I didn't even platinum that one. It's like I don't want to deal with this shit. You know.
That's the one that has the glitch in it too.
It has the glitch. Yeah, I don't know if they fixed that glitch, but I do want to see what this game looks like on PS5. You know, and, by the way, and my theory is that if this is on PS5, if this is on PC, watch The Last of Us eventually come to PC as well. I think that's a given at this point. You know, because it's like, okay, you got the Naughty Dog engine running on PC. There you go. But it's cool. Brian, what about you, man? You're Mr. PC around here.
Yeah, but I'm not Mr. Uncharted, so I'm kind of.
Well, he's Mr. Anti Naughty Dog.
That is true. But I thought you liked Uncharted a little better than Last of Us. At least it's fun, those games.
Oh yeah, like I'll give it that much. It's nice. It's a nice fun ride to watch. Again, I honestly don't meh about Uncharted games, but again, as Tony has heard, Lost Legacy was pretty cool. So,
yes.
It's pretty cool that they're doing this. It makes sense.
Lost Legacy, man.
Because I was thinking like the same thing. Like if they're going to bring the Uncharted 4 to PC, then it makes sense that they just put it on PS5 as well, since it's practically the same thing. So yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yo, by the way,
what's up?
Get the hell out of here! On my Steam Deck.
Steam Deck, right? Let's go. Oh man,
it'll be interesting how this game runs in the Steam Deck. I mean, it's a last gen game, so it's not like it's gonna.
And the date as well, though.
Early.
I've seen that.
Another one.
Early. Yep. Oh. I wouldn't be surprised.
Why weren't the consoles delayed until this year?
They should have been. They should have come out this year. All right, good stuff. Uncharted. All right, next. Oh, you know what? No, we're gonna save the best for last. Fuck that. We're gonna go to Gran Turismo next.
Gran Turismo.
We're changing the order. We're changing the order.
Yo, the date as well, March the 4th.
Another one.
Christ.
All right, so Brian, you could get us. You could set us off with this one, man. Gran Turismos.
Yeah. So I was watching the thing, and I seen like the intro. I'm like, what is this stuff? And then I seen the logo. And
you already know.
My first thought was literally, finally, a good fucking game.
Oh, damn! This was the only thing you liked, Brian, out of the whole show.
Oh, nice.
It's Gran Turismo, man. I was just like, oh, yes. It's like a good, warm... Tony, it's like hearing that they're going to, like, not remaster Terminator 2. I don't know how that's possible.
4K version,
it's like makes you feel good inside. Like makes you feel like, okay, this is what I like. Thank you very much. So yeah, it's Gran Turismo. It looks good, sounds good. It's Gran Turismo. It's beautiful.
You know what's fun? Like as soon as you see the Polyphony Digital logo, you don't even have to question what game it is. Because they only make one game. They only make Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks good. I mean, I can't get too excited because I'm not a car game guy like that. And I'm not into Sims anymore. But this shit looks crazy.
Yeah, Gran Turismo. Out of all the racing games, even though I prefer other racing games to this is by far the best looking. One,
yeah. No other game looks as good as this. Forza Motorsport comes close. Don't get me wrong. But this is on another level. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm kind of, even though I am a graphics whore, I will admit that, but I'm kind of beyond the games of beyond the days of I need to buy this just because it looks good, don't care about that. But it looks nice. But if it's on PS Plus, I'll get it.
PS Plus?
Yeah.
You forgot what I said, man. I'll play it when it comes to Game Pass.
Yeah, Game Pass. Oh man. All right. Anybody else want to say anything about the Gran Turismos?
Man, car games. Car games always look pretty.
They do.
I don't think I've ever seen an ugly car game.
Yeah.
When was Gran Turismo 6? Was that like when the generation started? It feels like it's been forever.
No, not this generation.
Oh no, when last generation started. My bad.
I don't know. I actually don't know when 6 came out.
Did they even have a Gran Turismo on the PlayStation 4?
They did.
I don't remember
They
it.
had that one Gran Turismo that people didn't like because it had a bunch of shit missing at launch.
Yeah, that was GT Sports.
GT
The
Sport,
last
yeah.
GT6 was 2013.
Oh, it was a launch. Oh, fuck. That was a
Oh, no,
launch then.
It was a PS3 game.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Takes
So
like
they-
10 years to
so-
like a wheel hub.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they skip. So they literally skipped a generation.
Essentially.
Yeah, 2013, people are saying in the chat as well.
Man, I'm sure they have a lot of respect for Homeboy, but man, they need to crack the whip on that dude.
Yeah, Yamauchi is crazy, man.
Like, yo, Yami, get this shit done.
Yo, get it done.
Get it done, man.
Yo, that wheel looks good enough, man. Get the game out.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. One time when they actually Polyphony Digital actually did some fun little sneakery. They actually scanned in real cars, like not cars, but scanned in like toy cars, and they found in the texture work for the car that it actually had the logo for the toy company.
Oh,
So,
shit.
yeah.
That's crazy.
So just to get this straight, Horizon Forbidden West is a February game, right?
Yes.
GT7 is a March game. So, God of War, whenever that comes out, it's gonna be after that. But man, the fucking Q1 next year is
It's going to be crazy. And it's funny because, and this always happens in, like, gaming. It's like you go through these big droughts and all of a sudden it's just a flood. Like, a Geddon, if you will,
Yeah.
I bet you everybody was trying to get them out by holiday, but they all got delayed, probably for some kind of pandemic reason, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But it seems like everybody's trying to hit that fiscal quarter, All right, so there you go. All right, let's get to the showstopper. God of War Ragnaroks.
That's not the showstopper.
That's the showstopper to me.
We're skipping.
you know?
We're
No, it
skipping.
ain't. The showstopper is our featured image.
Wait, so are we going in
Ooh.
a chronological order, or are we going with?
Remember what I said at the top of the show? I said I'm.
He, did make
already-
he already made the image, so...
No. Do you guys forgot what I said at the top of the show? I said
Yes.
I'm reading this off of PlayStation site. So if I miss anything, blame it on PlayStation. They're missing Spider-Man.
Yeah, they're
Holy
missing
shit.
Spider-Man too.
What?
Well,
How
no,
they did
Tony,
do that?
Tony,
Yeah.
Tony. They, not only that, they missed this one. Let's move.
Let's skip.
I'll introduce the next one. So we got a reveal for a game that no one was expecting from a studio. Oh my fucking god!
What the
Stupid
fuck?
ads.
Oh,
A
you
game
mean
that
yeah?
no one-
They didn't talk about the Radiohead game.
Fuck that. Check this out. Check this out.
They didn't talk about
just-
Wolverine. What the fuck is wrong with Sony?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
exactly.
Yeah, the blog
I
fucked
thought that was
up.
the showstopper.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was my
so-
showstopper.
Okay, so now we're gonna go through the three big ones. Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about Wolverine. Like I said, people, if something's not listed here, blame it on Sony. Wolverine. This was a huge surprise. This was probably a bigger surprise than fucking KOTOR, because KOTOR we already kind of knew that was happening. Nobody knew that Insomniac was not only working on another Marvel game, but a fucking Wolverine game. Crazy.
Berserker Barrage.
So Brian, you already said this was the showstopper for you.
Oh yeah, well, it is a Wolverine game. Like we've not had one of those in years, and the last one was one of the best ones.
Yes. And Brian,
X-Men
before you
Origins?
go on, or X-Men Origins Wolverine, I just want to when I will judge this game against that one. Because
And
that is
that's the problem that I
pinnacle,
have, Tony.
It's a
And that's the
helicopter
thing,
one,
Tony.
right?
It's like I really don't want to do that because I'm sure that it won't be the same, but you have nothing else to compare it to. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Well, remember we were doing this with Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, we compared it with Spider-Man too. And
Then we'll have like the violence, we'll have the gore. Like it has to, because it's core of Wolverine is that dude has knives coming out of his hands, so there has to be some aspect of gore in there. But how much will they go for? Like, who knows? So hence it's kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, because like think about it, the last Wolverine game literally had him like chopping off limbs and heads and all, and like remember he would like put dudes into helicopter blades and shit. Like he was going in. I'm like, I don't know if I could see Insomniac doing anything like that, you know?
Well, I mean, doesn't this trailer kind of signify that? You know, like the dead body is like we didn't see this in Spider-Man.
Yeah, that is
Look
true,
at this.
but we didn't see you don't see mutilation here though, you know?
I mean, he's
Yeah,
got some
it's-
bloody knuckles, but
Yeah.
that's easy for PG.
That's PG, yeah.
13, PG-13.
But I'm not gonna worry about too much. I'm just like Insomniac, Wolverine, let's go.
Yeah, it's
I mean, I'm wondering what kind of game will it be. Will can it be another open world game? I don't know.
Yeah, we
I
don't know.
think
We have no idea what it is, but pretty exciting. Again, like Carlos and I were saying during the live stream, like we give a blank check to these guys, to Insomniac. Insomniac, the best PlayStation studio by far, MVP.
well.
you know,
let's just get rid of the PlayStation qualifier.
yeah.
They might be the best studio right now.
You know, I don't want to. I don't think I could disagree with you on that one. These guys are on point. Like they're the most appropriately named studio out there because these guys don't sleep. It's just game after game after game. You know, they're like fuck crunch. We're working. You know, this is great.
I mean, I mean, at the launch of the PlayStation 5, you know, or in the month of the PlayStation 5, they literally had 2 games, right?
And not only that, actually, technically 3 games. These if you count the remaster of Spider-Man, you know,
Yes.
like, and then think about it, like, and then within weeks of releasing the Spider-Man games, like, oh yeah, by the way, we got another ray tracing mode for you. It's like you guys are insane. You know,
And so
how are you
literally
doing this?
They're literally iterating their engine, you know, while the thing is coming out. So like whenever this game comes out, it's
Yeah.
probably gonna be really nice.
Literally, like about a couple weeks ago, they had another update to Miles Morales to make the ray tracing look better.
There was one of the things that one of the things that they did was they added, like, for the PlayStation 5, they added like muscle deformation. So in other words, when Miles lifts up his arms,
Yeah.
you see like his muscles move and shit. So I'm like, wow, they're literally throwing that shit in there.
Yeah, they're crazy. So we're hyped. We're all hyped for this one. Wolverine, let's go. All right, let's stay on the Insomniac train. Let's get some Spider-Man in this motherfucker, man. All right, Spider-Man 2. We lost our shit when this happened, man. We went crazy. He's like, we knew Spider-Man 2 is going to be coming, but we didn't know it was going to be announced tonight. You know, dude, you kidding me right now? Hold on, Brian, get in here, man. Venom, your boy.
Oh yeah. I was quite hype. I am not gonna lie, because at first I heard the other guy's voice. I was like, okay, like I know who this guy is, like given his accent.
It's Kraven
then-
the Hunter, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. See, the part that got me is that, like, the whole time you kind of feel like Craven's talking about Miles and Spider-Man. It's like, oh yeah, one is this, one is that, one is this, and one is that, and then all you hear is "we are." I'm just like, hold on, we? Like, who's we? And then of course you see him cut this, the shadows, and it's like, okay, cool, yeah, I'm getting this. This is why I wasn't excited for the first Spider-Man, because I'm like, I don't want a Spider-Man game unless it has Venom in it, because I'm more of a Venom fan. And then oh yes, cannot wait for the suit, Tony. The suit to
it's
be
gonna
there.
be good.
It has to be there.
All right. By the way, I want to give a quick shout out to Reggie. You know, I think he's joining us right now. He actually transcribed what Kraven was saying, and I'm going to read it to you guys. Because again, in the context of it, because we were watching the trailer, you think he's talking about Spider-Man and Miles Morales. He's actually talking about Spider-Man and Venom. All right. So this is what he goes. I'm not going to do the accent because I can't do a Russian accent. As long as I can remember, I have looked for an equal, one who can push me, one who can surprise me, one who can even beat me. Yet all I found was disappointment. Will one of you finally give me what I desire? Shit. Are you kidding me? Kraven and Venom? I'm done. But here's the thing, though, and we're going to speculate right now. We're speculating on Throwdown.
Uh-oh.
Right?
Hell froze over just now.
Okay. Who is Venom?
It's probably Osborn, because that's who it's been attached to.
Yeah,
right.
Because some people were kind of speculating, like, what if? Because I don't think this is the what's going to happen, but some people were saying, what if Kraven is Venom? And if that's the case, would Harry be Carnage?
Well, we did get. I mean, I don't want to spoil, but there's indications some of that stuff at the end of Miles Morales.
Yeah. man, because I think Carnage will show up in some form, but I do want to see Kraven as himself. But because Kraven is the kind of guy who's like, yeah, I want to go hunt Venom now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that'd be crazy. So yeah, dude, we're ready. So 2023, so we got to wait a while. But there's another game. Take our money. Take our money. Look at and I guarantee, I'm gonna say this right now. This may be controversial.
Oh. You've been full of controversial statements tonight.
Actually, no, I haven't.
Yeah.
No, you guys have said that. I haven't made a single controversial statement that I attributed to be controversial. This one is though.
That statement is very controversial.
Yeah, no, this one is.
The controversial, the denial of the controversial statement is very controversial.
That's got controversy. This shit's gonna be better than Spider-Man 3, the movie. And I'm not talking about the other one. I'm talking about the new one, the multiverse.
Oh, I was about to say low bar, bro.
Oh, I was like,
the same thing.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is it? If I say that shit on Twitter, I'm gonna get fucking canceled if I say that shit. That's like the poster child movie. Everybody's hyped about that shit. You know.
Oh, Tony's got his arms crossed with his movie.
Oh, I do hardcore. As soon as I saw that trailer, I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? You know. Like, oh, Peter, I'm gonna endanger the whole world because I like you. I'm gonna endanger the whole multiverse because I like you, because you're cool. You know, come on, bro. Fuck out of here with that shit. You know. But anyway, I'll say this though. This is not controversial. This is just a fact. The first Spider-Man game that Insomniac did, that's better than both of the MCU Spider-Man movies. You know.
Oh, it's better. It's better than all the other fucking Spider-Man movies.
Nah, I don't know about that, bro. Spider-Man 2 is hype, man.
That's better than that.
Nah, I disagree.
Oh, Peter.
Yeah, Peter.
Yeah, man, you swinging on the streets, in the streets of New York when that music pops in. That's some of the hypest things in fucking gaming ever, man.
You're like,
Insomniac is just ridiculous, man. By the way, this is what I love when they do this type of shit. Like, so when Spider-Man is like swinging around the city when he's talking to somebody, he's yelling and he's almost out of breath. But when you hear that same scene where he's just standing, like, he talks normal. And Ratchet and Clank does that too. When he's talking during action, he's like almost out of breath and stuff. But if he does the same dialogue when he's just standing there, he's fine. Like, so you double record dialogue. It's awesome.
Or when he's swinging, or when he's not swinging and he's on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'll catch you tomorrow, mommy.
Yeah, that's another Spider-Man, you know.
And that's another thing that we mentioned during the live stream. It's like Miles Morales better have hit those fucking books in between these fucking games, because he needs
Spanish
to get Spanish
books,
on check.
you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So his mom needs to check and be like, Miles, mijo.
Throw that motherfucker at I was gonna say throw him in Puerto Rico, but they all speak English down there anyway, so that wouldn't work, you know.
No,
they speak Spanish.
They speak Spanish down there.
Yeah, but I remember our friend John. He says like he went to Puerto Rico. He was disappointed. He's like, man, all these people were from the Bronx.
Well, I mean,
they all just go down there.
What happens to Puerto Ricans is that they get tired of the United States, and they'll retire to Puerto Rico. Back in the day, Puerto Rico was prime real estate. You could get some land for cheap.
Yeah, because it's funny. There's actually more Puerto Ricans in New York than in actual Puerto Rico. Which is,
there is.
Pretty interesting. PlayStation has all the platanos. Oh man, what about us? That's funny, man. All right, now we get to the final game of this one.
This was your showstopper, right?
This was mine. Yeah, actually, there was a lot of showstoppers in this one for me, dude. This show was crazy, but this one was definitely a highlight because, I love me some God of War and some Norse mythology. God of War Ragnarok, man. It looks crazy. By the way, I gotta say this. You don't see it in his trailer. What's up with Fat Thor?
They posted the picture of it on the thing. It's funny because I don't remember him having fat hands in the previous game.
Yeah,
they gave him fat hands.
I guess in between games he just let himself go.
There was
in that cinematic he apparently got fat.
Yeah, there was something in the interview later in the stream. Like I remember the guy at Santa Monica saying something about, this isn't the popular Thor that everybody likes. He's basically saying this is not Marvel's Thor. We're sticking close to the mythology, and he's just saying something like he has a limp or he has like a disformation or something like that. I don't know. He was alluding to he's not going to look like Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Chris Hemsworth was fat in the last movie. You know,
That's true.
so it's like, what is he talking about? But anyway, so we see Atreus here. He's a little older. He's still played by the same actor, by the way. He's just obviously hit puberty. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And we see Kratos doing some snow sledding. Is that what that's what it called?
Flooding, yeah.
Yeah.
I like one of the cool things that
look at
they
that.
had in like the intro when like Loki's in the background. You see him like holding the deer thing. Like the outline has him without the antlers and the
Yeah. By
That
the way,
was a nice touch.
Yeah, we're not gonna spoil anything, but if you guys played, finished God of War, you already know what Brian's talking about. So yeah, I Brian, I want to see some like evolution on that story specifically. By the way, I just realized something. Atreus is wearing one of the outfits that Kratos had in the last game. It looks like, kind of with that white, like yellow kind of shirt. Or am I bugging?
I mean, it looks like one of the. I mean, you could put alternate armors on Atreus, though.
But I mean, as Brett said before, this looks like more of the same. But we are already sold there, so good stuff.
I mean, I'll play it.
Yeah, Manny and Brian are not so sold.
I'll play it, but I mean, I really don't see these. This is not one, at least, not.
And he said, "Yo, man, this ain't my God of War. This ain't my God of War."
No, this is not like the one. Like, this isn't like old God of War. It's like, yeah, God of War. This is like, yes, God of War.
By the way, check this out.
Quite.
This
yes, I like it. But you guys listening, man, he just got into
Monster
a very professorial type of like mode. He's stroking his beard, like, yes, God of War.
God of War.
What do you say about Monster Hunter? Oh, he's punching a deer right now.
Oh, check this out. So this is
that's Monster Hunter. That's Monster Hunter. That's fucking Oda Garen, man.
Oda Garen, yep.
Son of a bitch.
maybe in this one you'll actually fight more than one boss.
Yeah, right. Hopefully, yeah.
Because it's literally that last game. You just fight that same stupid asshole.
Yeah, you fought Baldur like 5 times.
You fight a dragon once.
Yeah, the dragon was pretty cool. Actually, you fight dragon 3 times. If you do all the
same
side
dragon.
Yeah, if you do the side things, there's Tyr, another guy. He's very tall compared to Kratos.
Yeah,
Yes.
so they go find a Norse god of war. Is that the idea?
Yeah, because Tyr is the Norse god of war. I mean, even though they're all kind of god of wars over there.
Yeah,
but,
they're all God of Wars.
Yeah.
I call that girl right there Atreus' girlfriend.
Right? She's gonna be his girlfriend.
She's supposed to be like the last of the giants. Oh, Brian, this is a family show. You gotta settle down.
Wait.
2 words, and they begin with D and H.
Oh man.
I'll tell you after the show.
Yeah, tell us after. Carlos, what did that thing say at the end? The disclaimer, because when we were watching the live stream, the disclaimer said Marvel 2021. We're like, I think you got the wrong game here, guys.
Yeah, they messed up.
It didn't show up here, so they
what does it say?
didn't fuck it up. Oh,
I'm gonna say this.
So no year on this game, right?
No, they didn't say it. Does this one say Marvel 2001?
No,
this one doesn't.
You know what's funny? I almost feel like this God of War announcement was an add-on, like something they added in last minute.
Why do you say that?
I don't know, because it just seems like why would they screw up that badly on the licensing at the end? But then again, I notice a lot of screw ups with Sony these days when it comes to like marketing. Like, I mean, there was an advertisement on Twitter for this thing, and literally the advertisement says BST. BST? You mean EST, don't you?
I think there is a BST actually. I haven't heard that before. Yeah, no, I saw that somewhere. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Is that British time?
I do believe it's British Standard Time or British Summer Time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, BST is British Standard.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Oh shit! It's 5 a.m. over there, Brian. Damn.
Yeah,
it's
British Summer Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what we deal with, Manny. Like, whenever I see anything that's like, oh yeah, it's like 9 p.m. I'm like, cool. What time zone? EST. It's like, okay, that's like New York time. I know that much. And then there's what's the
LA
one that's
time.
like West Coast?
LA. Yeah, 3. It's
Pacific.
PST. Yeah, PST.
Yeah, when I first seen that, I was like, what the hell are they talking about? Like EST and PST? Like, no, there's just GMT and that's it. Everything else sucks.
What is it? GMT's General Meridian time?
No, it's Greenwich Mean Time.
Yep, Greenwich Mean Time, and that comes from the Greenwich Observatory here in London, and I've been there, so I've literally stood where the time zones like meet.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Did you feel powerful?
I actually did feel quite powerful. It was like an odd feeling. No, because like that's like the zero line. Like
Yeah,
that's,
exactly.
That is zero. Like the whole world aligns themselves to that line. It's fucking insane.
Yeah. I had to ask you because I know I feel powerful as fuck. I'm like, the forces are within me. I'm standing in the spot.
Nothing comes close to mountain time though.
Nobody uses fucking mountain time.
At least half the show is on Mountain Time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I tell you something, y'all. EST, bro. Fuck that. Y'all on my time. That's what we do in America. It's just like either EST or PST. You know.
Central's used a lot.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're like, what the fuck is that? An hour? All right.
Yeah, it's an hour. It's
Yeah.
an hour
Central's
before you
an hour.
Yeah. So yeah, God of War, good stuff. And again, not even a release year for this shit. You know.
Yeah, we didn't get anything at the end.
All I know is
that
it looks good. It's good. Well, yeah, good stuff.
I do kind of. Well, one of the theories with the last game was that Kratos was Tyr, like in all the stories. So hence this just. What the hell is stuff confirms it? Like, this destroys that notion or whatever. It unconfirms it. Sorry, Tony. I'm pretty sure there's like an actual term for it, but
well, all I'm gonna say is like, this is Kratos we're talking about. It's very possible he could kill Tyr and then become him. You know?
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
Kratos does love killing gods.
Yeah, or maybe they build up Tyr and he breaks him out and he goes to help them and he gets killed.
Yeah.
Like instantly, and then Kratos like, fuck it, I'll do it myself.
I'll do it myself. Like, you are Tyr.
Yeah, he's Tyr.
Or you are Tyr.
You are Tyr. Wonder if he's gonna call Atreus boy now. Boy.
Teenager.
Yeah, right.
Maybe Kratos will finally smack that smart ass kid in the face.
Yeah,
and teach him a lesson.
Yeah, he didn't smack him in the front. Like, smack him, man.
Yeah, man, because like sometimes little boy seems to get a little bit of a bass in his voice. He need to get a slap across the head. Teach him not to talk to his father that way.
You know.
I have to admit that one of the lines that like got to me, and these guys know how to do that, is when Atreus is like, you can stop thinking like a father and start thinking like a general.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, he doesn't know.
The general would smack the shit out of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he doesn't know what about Kratos' 1st family.
Yeah,
well, it's like,
Kratos' past in general. It's like, ooh, yes.
Like, oh, you hit that nerve, boy. Kratos about to fuck you up.
Like, motherfucker, I did that shit
Yeah.
years before you were even twinkle in my eye.
Good stuff, man. All right, so that's pretty much it there. So let's give our overall thoughts. Let's start with Chris and Brian because we didn't hear your thoughts earlier. So, Chris, we'll start with you. Overall thoughts on the show.
I mean, they dropped a lot of bombs. I was overall impressed. There was only a couple of things I was like, meh. I mean, Vampire the Masquerade looked janky as shit. I didn't care for that one. And I didn't like the character of Forspoken, but everything else I saw, I was like, okay. I mean, Rainbow Six is multi-plat, so I can't really say, I attribute that to PlayStation. Well, I liked what I saw. But Spider-Man and God of War, I was very happy. I was like, and it was funny too, because I saw the Guardians part, right? And then Riku had tweeted, he's like, oh, fuck this, I want to see Spider-Man 2. They ain't going to show us Spider-Man. And I was like, oh, shit, he must be happy now because there's Spider-Man 2, right? Yeah, I mean, I'll play Guardians. That looks fun.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm ready there.
That looks fun. Well, I mean, Wolverine was just a cutscene. I'd have to see a little more. I'm hyped for Spider-Man because, I'm hyped for both of them because Insomniac hasn't let me down yet. So I could say, like, oh, I'll really look forward to that. Gran Turismo, even though it looks good, I mean, I can't get into it because I'm not going to try to sit there and earn a Class A license so I can start tuning my cards. It's just too in-depth, it's like, it's just too much. It's too much car game for me.
It's a car PG,
Yeah, Forza Horizon is like the sweet spot. Like I could just enjoy the beautiful environments and drive and just pick my car and drive it and race and win and then earn a better car. And I don't have to adjust it or anything. And that's perfect. I can't do the motorsport or anything like that.
Let's stick a pin in what what Chris just said. He just said he liked Forza Motorsport better than Gran Turismo.
Damien
hear
didn't hear that
that?
part. No, Damien
You
didn't
hear
hear
that?
that. Damien didn't hear
Yeah.
that part.
No, I said Forza Horizon.
Your
Forza
Horizon,
Horizon.
yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, yeah. Because because the barrier to entry is lower. Like I've played the old Gran Turismos, and just getting into those games is a fucking slog. So I'm like, you know what? I'm too old for this shit. Time, I just want to race. So but it looks great. It looks great. I can't knock it. It looks beautiful. So, but it's not. I can't handle that anymore. But Spider-Man and Wolverine, I could definitely handle. And God of War, I'm excited. Like I really
Yes.
want to play that.
Yeah, I'm with you on the rate. Like my thing is like if I'm playing a racing game battle, I don't want to let go of acceleration. Like let me just hold acceleration, and just go, man. Fuck that shit.
Except you don't hold acceleration, or you just let go of the acceleration. You don't use the brake.
Yeah, I don't want to use brake. I don't like if I'm racing. I don't want to use brake. I don't want to use I don't want to think. I just want to use my instincts to just go fast and go around corners and shit.
I do feel like in general there is a serious lack of like sort of arcade sort of racers. You know what I mean? Like Forza, and then what else? Like I guess
even
you have
Forza
the Need for
Horizon still
Speed.
has
Yeah,
I guess the Need for
Speed.
Speed games.
No, not. It depends on which entry you're getting, but again, we have a serious lack of burnout, man.
Mm-hmm.
After I played Burnout, I was done. I'm like, I'm not playing any other kind of racing games anymore. This is the only shit I want. But it's ruined every other racing game for me because, like, even Forza Horizon, I was getting into it, but then I tried to like destroy the cars and they wouldn't let me. I'm like, and then I stopped playing. I got very disappointed. I'm like, I want to cause some fucking destruction here. Anyway, Brian, overall thoughts on the show?
Well, firstly, I can say that, Tony, I love that juxtaposition that you just did there. A lack of burnout.
Yes.
Like, oh, yes, that's nice. Don't know if that's on purpose or not, but I liked it.
Now, I'm a secret genius, man. I say shit like so smart, and I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. It just comes out that way,
He's a writer, so
Yeah, it just happens.
Yeah. Again, it was what I expected, but in a good way. Stuff that I would like to play. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. Again, there's that kid game that I didn't care about, and some other games I just said okay, next, like the vampire one. But overall, it did hold my interest. It done the things that I like it when they do. Is that they announce the game, they show trailer, give a date, and that's it. Of course, the Wolverine didn't have that, but I think at this point, you might say, okay, maybe 2024, 23, possibly. But yeah, overall, nice.
I have a question for you guys based on that. Which game comes out first, Wolverine or Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man 2 had a 2023, right?
Yeah.
Date? Yeah. So Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, because you don't think Wolverine's coming out next year, right?
No, I don't think it's coming out next year.
So Spider-Man 2 first, and then Wolverine.
Yeah.
We have to wait for that one, boy. He's right. All we got is just a CG trailer. So, yeah.
Yeah, and we got a release year for Spider-Man 2, so it's probably farther ahead than Wolverine. I mean, Wolverine, there's a lot of work to do. Spider-Man, I think they already got the hang of making Spider-Man games with Spider-Man 2018 and Miles Morales. So,
I wonder if they're going to expand the city, because remember, this is not on PlayStation 4 anymore. This is a PS5 game, so like maybe they'll actually have like Queens and
real size New York,
like that'd be
or
crazy.
Queens or Brooklyn.
Yeah, because if it's just Manhattan again, it's just going to be the same map again, So they can't do that. So I'm hoping they expanded to the four boroughs. We don't need to go to Staten Island,
Yeah, well, how Spider-Man can't swing to Staten Island?
Yeah, that's
He's
true.
got to take a ferry or drive.
Ferry. Yeah, no. So yeah, you get the main ones, and we're good to go. We don't need to. Bronx. That's it. Remember how GTA fucking they had like they took out Staten Island, but they had a little bit of Jersey. Like, hey, even Jersey gets some love.
Yeah,
that's right.
Nobody cares about Staten Island.
No, you're right though. We think about it, we recognize Jersey a little more than Staten Island, and we don't even like Jersey.
Jersey is closer to New York than fucking Staten Island is.
Yeah, exactly. It's easier to get to. You're right. Anyway, let's talk about some of our highlights. Again, this is a little bit weird since we we already did that. And for you guys listening, the episodes that episode's already up. You know, at least the last half of it, where we give our overall impressions. But yeah, like I said,
That's the audio version.
yeah, for the audio version. And you guys watching this, obviously, you already got this already. So because we're in the future, kind of, for the YouTube guys specifically, our reaction goes up at 4, and then this episode is airing now at 10:30 ish. On Friday, not for you guys live, obviously. So all of our reactions are up there. But yeah, for me, highlights were God of War, Spider-Man 2, and again, because there's so much that happened, KOTOR was a big one because I want to play that game. Forspoken, I think after talking with you guys, I'm a little bit less hyped because you're right. It's like they need to fix that dialogue, which is weird. Like Amy Hennig used to write good dialogue, but maybe there's those other people working with her, because she's not the sole writer. But yeah, those are the big ones for me: God of War, Spider-Man, and KOTOR. And a special shout out to Alan Wake as well. Looking forward to that. All right, Brett, what were some of your highlights?
Definitely KOTOR was up there. And then Wolverine, man. Like, Wolverine was the big surprise because, I mean, y'all know me. Like, I can be excited about games and looking forward to them, but I don't necessarily like you to reveal them to me another time. They like God of War. Like, I knew God of War was coming, right? I was excited for God of War. Can't really get more hyped, so it really didn't add any fuel to the chamber. But Wolverine for the people who just fucking made that Spider-Man, that shit put me over the edge.
Yeah, no, and again, it's just so crazy because we didn't expect that from Insomniac. We thought Insomniac was just going to work on the next Spider-Man. Nope, they got Wolverine. It's like you guys are insane.
They could have pulled a Rockstar, just worked on the same game for 10 years.
Crazy. All right, Carlos, highlights.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a broken record with everyone here, but yeah, same thing. The KOTOR announcement, I'm looking forward to that. I'm still not sure about the studio, but they have worked on porting other Star Wars games, but I don't know if they've worked on an actual remake. So I'm still looking forward to that. Console launch exclusive, by the way, from the PS5.
Let's go.
So it's gonna start off some rumblings in the fanboy community. That. Again, I agree with the Forspoken stuff. I did talk about it during the stream. It's like the dialogue wasn't something that I really liked from what we got in that trailer. So hopefully that stuff is fixed, or I'll do the dub, the Japanese dub. So that also, Wolverine, I'm hyped. Insomniac, they've only I guess everyone has their one studio that has like a blank check. For Brian, it's CD Projekt Red, and I think for me, it's Insomniac.
Shit.
Yeah. All I need is just they could have just done a fucking logo. It's just like Insomniac, Wolverine. That I would have been excited. So shout out to that. Spider-Man 2, obviously, I love the other Spider-Man games that Insomniac did. So I'm really looking forward to Spider-Man 2. 2023 is a long way from now. So that we'll have to wait on that.
Yeah.
God of War.
Carlos, though, to be fair, though, you're going to be very busy playing games in 2022, so that time may fly real fast,
Yeah, let's hope so, because, this year's been the year of the director's cut.
Yeah, right.
Next year, hopefully, it's the year of, actual new games.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, God of War is also something that was crazy. I'm a big God of War fan. What else? I think that's it.
You said God of War,
Yeah, I said God of War. I said the Insomniac games, KOTOR. Yeah, those are the top ones for sure. KOTOR and Wolverine, just because they were surprise announcements.
Yeah.
I think Manny mentioned that KOTOR was already announced before somehow.
Yeah, but it was a surprise to you,
It was a surprise to me.
Yeah, there was rumblings about it. I think it had been said before that game was going to be done, but they didn't do like the usual thing. They just said, "Oh yeah, it's working, it's happening," but it's not really, they didn't put like any images of it like they did.
Yeah,
right.
Trailer or anything.
To be honest, I dismissed it. I'm like, yeah, that's bullshit.
As Jeff Grubb. Anyways, yeah, I mentioned this during the press conference. During the stream. this show is the best show by far of the year from
easily.
Any studio or a publisher or whatever. Yeah, this is people were hyped for the Jeff Keighley show, and all they did was Elden Ring. Even the tiny what is it, the Tiny Tina showcase was better in this conference than the other one. So this was a great show. I expected. This is their last big hurrah before the end of the year. I don't really anticipate Sony kind of, showing more of their cards in the next couple of months before the year ends. So they went all in on this.
I still got my fingers crossed for Final Fantasy 16 at Tokyo Game Show, though.
It could happen.
All right, good stuff, Manny. Some highlights.
I have to say the Wolverine trailer, obviously. The new Spider-Man 2. And what was it? The Guardians of the Galaxy, but we already saw that already. That seems to be it for me. I definitely would pick up a next gen console for that Spider-Man game. So
there you go. Yeah, I mean 2023. Maybe they'll actually have more games for you by then.
Yeah, who knows?
There you go. Yeah, maybe we'll see. But there's a lot.
Maybe.
Yeah, but there are a lot of games coming just in March and February alone next year. So that's a good thing because this year's been dry as fuck. That's good. Quick thing, GCDR asked us here. We did not talk about anything. We only talked about a showcase, but we can quickly talk about this. He's asking us about Sony buying Fire Sprite Studio.
Oh, the VR company? I mean, it is what it is. I really didn't. I didn't really. Didn't really send you off. I mean, what is it that Fire Sprite does?
I honestly don't know what they've done.
So. It just looks like, it's nice that, the one thing that is...
I'd be honest, I didn't pay attention. I was like, whatever, I never heard this studio, so I didn't bother.
Well, I mean, I think the one good the thing about it is that it still means that they're supporting their VR unit. I mean, they actually did, previously talk about the VR unit, but they never actually showed the thing.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. As soon as I heard VR come, I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, you're just like,
I mentally checked out.
I think a lot of PlayStation fans, a lot of us included, are just wanting to see that whole PlayStation has acquired Blue Point.
Just do it already, Okay, so just real quick. So Fire Sprite has worked on the Playroom, Run Sackboy, and the PlayStation VR. So games nobody but Brett has played.
Played Playroom?
No, I haven't.
The player. Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Astro's Playroom.
Yeah, I played Astro's Playroom. I didn't play the Playroom.
Oh, okay. So I must be confusing it with something else. Then.
Yep. So
my bad.
Yeah. So not really for us. We don't really care, dude.
I mean, the only good thing I can say about it is that they're still committed to making VR games, and that would be the thing that would be the thing that Herman Holst would say.
Yeah.
We are committed to making VR games, and we have invested in new companies.
Yeah. Where's he from? Holland? What country are they from?
It sounds like a northern.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah, he's got like a sort of a Norse-ish accent.
Yeah.
Or I could just say, or I could just go do an Arnold impression. Hello, this is Herman Holst.
Was he German?
I'll look it up. I'm wondering this.
Yeah, what country is Gorilla from?
Gorilla?
Yeah, Gorilla Games. That's where he's from. He's from Gorilla Games.
Yep, he is from the Netherlands.
Netherlands. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yep.
Yeah.
Not quite Nordic, but really close.
Didn't I say Holland? That's close, right?
The Netherlands.
Well, that's the Netherlands.
Okay, that is okay. So I was right. I was 100% right then.
So what's interesting about like people from the Netherlands, their accents are so light when they end up speaking English.
Yeah,
you ever notice that?
Yeah, I mean, just in the Herman Hills, like, it's not that bad,
Like I know a couple of people from the Netherlands, and they're just like, it's almost like they don't have an accent. You just hear it every so often. I'm like,
yeah,
huh?
Well, I mean, the best of them are the Germans, and that's because we kind of share the same origins. With
Germans have some thick accents, though, man.
Well, that's Austrians, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like-
what are you doing? What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Like
No, I'm talking about
If you
like
speak- I don't have an accent.
no, I'm not talking about Aussies. I'm talking about like regular Germans. Like they have a pretty thick accent.
Well-
I can't say this on air. What they sound like to me, I'm like, oh, it makes me uncomfortable when I hear Germans. I'm just gonna say that, you know.
I've met a lot of Germans, like legit German people, and they always have like a legit accent. I was, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, all the
maybe
ones I've met, they have. It's pretty. But I think you know what it is, Carlos. How you saw it? I think it's because of movies. It just sticks out more, you know.
Oh, you're basing it off of movies.
No. I'm talking about. I think because of the movies, when I hear German accents in real life, it's just the same thing to me, you know. And you know what Germans are typically just played as in movies, you know.
The bad guys in Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brett. You know. So, but no, like that's what Germans all sound like to me, you know.
The bad guys in Schindler's List.
Yeah. We're trying to, you know. We're not trying to get demonetized more than we need to be here. But you know those guys that are the standard bad guys because they kind of are, you know. Not the German people, though that specific, you know, sect of German people, you know. Although I will say this, though. When you hear like a German chick talking, it's a little hot, though. You know, because there's a little bit tinge of evil in there, you know. To me.
You like that evil?
Yeah.
Oh, but I mean, like I mentioned before, the British royal family is essentially German. So,
I mean, they're all, you know, interbred over there. You know, the royals. Yo, by the way, because we're kind of done with the show here. Did you guys see that one writer, Brian? You must have known about this. She's a UK writer. She got roasted and shit, saying that men need to stop playing video games.
What's up with these people that have like the really dumb ass takes on games? You know, like they just need to stop that.
Yeah.
Either
usually
she's
people
really
that are-
dumb.
Yeah, let Brian finish. Yeah.
Or my guess is that she's doing it on purpose for the attention because she knows that she'll get the backlash.
Yeah.
probably
It's
mix of
usually
both,
it's
yeah.
usually people who don't have, you know, either the gaming is like the low hanging fruit. You know, it's easy to pick on anybody in gaming. You know.
Yeah. The
because
funny
there's no-
thing is,
there's no lobbyists. You know,
Yeah.
behind the scenes, essentially trying to control information like a certain killing device.
yeah, no, you're right. But yeah, no. So she put out that article saying, you know, grown men need to stop playing games, and men and women got on her ass. But one of the best, like, you know, I guess comebacks. There's a word for it, but I'm forgetting it. Clapbacks.
Rebuttals?
No, clapback. You know, was from this YouTuber called SkillUp YT. I think you guys may heard about him. So he was like, oh, that's a kind of ignorant take, but I think me telling you more would be me punching down, so I'm not gonna do that. And I'm like, oh shit, he's actually. I think about like this dude, YouTuber, because you know these fucking newspaper people, they think all YouTubers, whatever. This guy has more cultural influence than this woman's newspaper does. If you really think about it,
Kind
you
of
know?
does.
Yeah. And then, so she came back at him, like, oh, maybe he said, like, oh, I'm not going to waste my time talking about the Royals or something. And then she comes like, oh, you don't know about the Royals or anything because you're too busy playing Mario Kart. And then somebody replies like, yo, doesn't your newspaper give away like free water and shit for every subscription? It's like, yo, the clapback. But it's true. It's like, yo, the guy said it's like punching down. Like, yeah, a YouTuber it would be punching down to a newspaper reporter. This is true.
Because she's in a dying media.
Yeah. So I just find that funny. It's like the people who are like in a dying media are like lambasting gaming, which is literally more profitable than movies and music combined. You know.
And it's you know, she's stereotyping that it's mostly guys. You know, women play games almost as much as guys do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the rest of the world, but I know America is actually 50-50, man. You know. Mm-hmm. So yeah, she's just being stupid, you know. But it was a little bit glorious seeing her get roasted, you know. But when my man came out, he's like, I don't want to punch down. I'm like, damn, you know. Or she shows you the new age, man. You know, YouTubers have more influencers than newspaper people. You know.
The other thing is also like she, you know, if the internet didn't exist, nobody would even hear of this person.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Because especially when it comes to you know country international newspapers. We don't get British newspapers, just like they don't get any of our newspapers. Maybe a few, But I'm
we
sure
don't
that,
even get newspapers anymore.
yeah, you know, man, you can still get the Daily News,
Or the Wall Street Journal.
all the Wall Street Journal, all the New York Times. Those publications still exist.
Yeah, okay, I gotta read this exchange. So Skill Up, he goes, I can't believe grown ass men are wasting their lives on video games when they could be devoting an entire career to talking about the royal family. So that's what he said about her. So she replies with, you read the bit about covering politics as well as royals, or were you too busy playing Mario Kart? And then this other random dude just comes in there. He goes, imagine slagging. He's British, I guess. Slagging. Brian, what does slagging mean? Just like shitting on?
Yeah, it's like cussing out.
Yeah, okay. Imagine slagging Mario Kart when you work for a newspaper whose primary circulation method is being given out free with a bottle of water.
Oh, so she worked for one of those.
She
those
works
guys
for the Telegraph.
Oh, okay.
That shit is funny, man.
Well, you know, she, you know, I'm sure now it's going to become, you know, Gamergate is after her again, because that's what it always returns to, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you know if that was a thing over there in England. And the thing is, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, this woman just, you know, either she's just ignorant. There's still a lot of people just think. But here's the thing: some of gaming culture kind of fosters that belief in other people. You know, the way some of these dudes behave. So I get that, but it's like we live in a different age now. It's like literally gaming is for men and women equally now. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it always has.
It always was. Here's the thing. I'm glad. Again, we're just filling up time now because we're done. I forgot what documentary I was watching, but basically when arcades, I'm talking about arcades in America first started in the 70s and stuff, games were not made to be for men or women. It's just for everybody, right? But then, you know, companies, when they saw, we could market this to little boys, you know, like more specifically gaming console shit, that's when it really kind of shifted. But in the very, very beginning, gaming was for everybody, you know? It wasn't made for a demographic.
It's the same mentality when people look at animations. They think, oh, it's animated, it's for kids.
Yeah, it's like that, you know? So it's just kind of interesting, like when the marketing people saw, hey, we could market this to boys, let's do that, you know? So they just went down that route, and it took a lot of years to get over that. But it's still a stigma, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stigmas with gaming that still exist. You know?
Yeah. But again, sometimes the community kind of perpetuates those stereotypes. You know.
I think the one thing about it is that the community needs to be able to to be louder than the crazy people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You notice all the loudmouths that you have out there are usually people that are just nuts. They're just people that are just out there just making all kinds of noise. Why isn't the messaging? You know, it's like we need a PR person, right? You know, just essentially be out there and just say like no, and just essentially focus on what's the positive instead of all the negatives, because for the most part, the positive outweigh the negative. It's just the negative is just more louder.
Yeah, it's louder. You know,
it's kind of like when the Bible Belt used to send a bunch of letters to the United States government about things they didn't like and things that they need that the government needs to control. It's the same thing. There's a small amount of people who are essentially just enough to essentially mob something.
Yeah, no, you're right. Carlos, going back to what you were saying about animation, you're right. Because here's the thing. Some animation is made for kids, but then some people think all animation is like that, right? Like, think about it like this. When, like, cartoons you watched when you were a kid, right? You look at them now, you're like, oh, yeah, this was obviously for fucking children. But think about the anime you used to watch, right? Mm-hmm. You look at it now, you're like, this is even deeper now, you know? Because you really understand it. Because that shit was anime, you know, there are some anime made for kids, but most of it is not. Or at least when we were watching anime, it was not. You know, it was like made for everybody. It's like, hey, this is shit that we're going to show in a movie theater, you know, for everybody.
Yeah.
So it holds up. Mike hit me up the other day. He watched Akira again. He hadn't watched it for like 20 years or something. He's like, damn, this movie's even better now, you know?
Well, he probably watched the newer version too, because that one's translated better than that original one.
Yeah, by the way, Mike, with his bad memory, he went to see that version of Akira with us in Times Square. He was there.
We saw that movie when they re-released it. Yeah.
But a movie like Akira, Ghost in the Shell, you watch it now, you're like, oh man, this is fucking incredible, you know? But some people, they'll see that like, that's a fucking kiddie shit, you know? It's crazy. Legend of the Overfiend.
That wasn't for kids.
That was definitely not for children's, you know. All right, man. Good stuff here. All right, we're about to wrap it up here. So, plugs. Actually, Carlos, you go first. You got something to plug, don't you? Because Adam ain't here right now.
Yeah. You know, the nuke. So
It went off.
yeah, it went off. We're doing a podcast, you know, hosted by Adam Vale and Richard Bailey Jr. and myself. It's called I Am Negan, where we talk about anything that has to do with the Walking Dead universe. So, you know, currently season 11 of the Walking Dead proper is going on. So yeah, each week we go over and review the episodes as they come out. A little drama behind the scenes, but yeah, we'll clarify that during the show. But yeah, make sure to tune into I Am Negan on Spotify or anywhere you get your podcasts, or you can go to thecoalition.com. That's the coalition with a K, or the coalition with a K on YouTube, and just search I Am Negan. And yeah, if you guys want a recap show and a review of all the Walking Dead episodes, we got you covered.
Good stuff. All right, Manny, you have anything new to plug?
No, not right now, but there's stuff coming. You know, if you've been paying attention to my Twitter, we got static covers, we got all kinds of other, stuff coming from Marvel and DC and all kinds of good stuff. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
All right, and I'm just gonna indulge us right now. Let me put you on full. Manny, show off that King Diamond, man.
Oh,
we're gonna put you on some metal right now.
Okay.
So Manny, so tell us the history of, because you said you ordered this like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I ordered it a while ago, but yes, what it is it's a figure of King Diamond, the heavy metal singer for the band Merciful Fate and also the band, and so I figured I actually bought it this 2 years ago. It's pretty awesome. It comes with a bunch of really cool stuff. It's got like arms and like his microphones, skulls, different heads and stuff. It's a pretty elaborate figure for essentially something that is kind of sort of a bit niche. Especially King Diamond. When we went from 2019, we actually saw him.
Yeah, we saw him. Yeah, King's Theater, which is appropriate enough.
King Diamond at the King's Theater. But that was from Super 7. They do a lot of they have a line called the Ultimates line. So it's essentially they take sort of niche properties and sort of pretty much give them the best quality of treatment. So you can buy a Ninja Turtle like a classic Ninja Turtle that looks like the original Turtles but has articulation from like modern stuff, a bunch of different heads that match different eras of them, weapons, all kinds of stuff. So
good
King
stuff.
Diamond.
Yeah, no, the whole time I've been looking at that logo, I'm like, King Diamond, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, people, we're done here, man. Another great show. Thank you guys in the chat for joining us as always. Lots of good stuff going on in there. And yeah, you already know, man. So make sure you follow Throwdown on Twitch and Twitter and join the Discord, which grows every day. I'm very happy about that. It grows every day. Conversations are always going. It's always good stuff. And you could also find us on any podcast app by searching for Throwdown Show. Again, I love how I don't have to specify the podcast app. Like literally we're on everything. If it exists, we're there. So Throwdown Show, 2 words, Throwdown Show. And we also have throwdownshow.com, which is also our audio boom. Actually, not also. It is our audio boom where you can listen to the MP3s of many of our past episodes, especially all the recent stuff, which is always good. And if you're on YouTube and you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Especially make sure you hit like, because that really helps us out. If you leave a comment, go ahead, even if it's a bad comment, that helps too.
Yep.
Interaction, man. Yeah, please hit like if you're watching us right now. It helps the channel grow because YouTube is a harsh mistress, so we need all the help we could get, man. And yeah, links as always are down there. If you're watching on YouTube, scroll down. Twitch right now, you guys live, scroll down, it's all right there, or you can go through Throwdown Show excuse me, I got my throat like Riku. At Throwdown Show on Twitter, we got all links to everything. It's all good, man. Throwdown for life, man. All right, once again, our host Tony Polanco. Tonight I was joined by Emilio Lopez.
See you next time.
Chris Seeley.
Hey, take care, everyone.
Carlos Romero.
The roadie run.
Brett Murdoch.
This is people.
And Brian Majoma.
The next generation starts next year.
Yes, it does. Oh, by the way, quick thing, I forgot to say this. Throwdown, your questions will actually be on Monday. So
Whoa!
be on the lookout for that, because Manny and I will not be around on Sunday. We're going to go see Metal. We're going to go see Megadeth, you know. So we'll be here on Monday, so you have more time to get your questions in. Yeah, good stuff. All right, guys, we'll see you. Peace.
This is
Later.
Deuces.